Okay, today is Friday, September the 22nd. We are going to go over the rubric you just received in reference to your grades for slides 1 through 4. Um, you will notice on your rubric that if you did not delete all of these titles, okay, I'm requesting that you delete all of the titles. You need to put only the name of your book. Your book should be spelled correctly, capitalized, and italicized. Okay? To italicize something. You simply highlight what it is that you want to italicize, and then you click on the italic button, and it puts your words in italics. Now, anytime that the title of your book shows up in your presentation, it must be spelled correctly, capitalized appropriately, and it must be italicized. If you type the title of your book throughout your presentation and you don't italicize it every single time, I'm going to dock points. Okay? On this, your name, it said on the rubric you had to put your first and your last name. I expect the first letter to be capitalized of the first name and the last name because that is how it is correctly done. Class period and the date. Okay, I don't really care what date you put in there. Just you can put today's date. You can put yesterday's date. You can put November 2023 because that's when the finalized project will be completed. All right, all you had to do was leave this slide in there and not delete it. As long as you did that, you're good. Now, you had to change the background of this, okay? I'm not saying that you have to insert a picture as the background. What I mean by the background is go to format. Okay, go to background. Color. All right, it's something that easy. Now, insert animation. Okay, right now it has none. I might want it to dissolve somewhere. All right, that is all you have to do. Now, if you do something and you don't like it, you can always undo it. Okay? But don't be afraid to try something new. Everybody understand so far? Okay. All right. On this one about the book. Now, I did not take off points if you did not write in a complete sentence. Okay? But I made it very clear when I went over this the very first time that I want this in complete sentences. Okay? So, title of the book. The title of the book I am reviewing is Matilda. Now, what do I need to do to Matilda? I need to put it in italics. Okay? The author of Matilda is Roald Dahl. Now, what do I need to do to Matilda? Italicize it. Okay. I really cannot see back here. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these. The finished book citation, I am going to go over this with you, okay? It might be next week before we go over it, though, because our time is a little late. So this right here, I do not expect you to have anything in this box yet because we have got to talk about this, okay? Insert a picture. You go to Google, insert a picture. Okay. But I have a way that I want to show y'all how to do it, okay? All right, about the author, okay? The author of Matilda is, and what do I need to do? Put that in italics, okay? Roald Dahl was born on September 5th, 2023. Now, that is obviously not correct, okay? Roald Dahl was born and raised in the United Kingdom. Do y'all get what I'm saying on this? No, I'm just giving an example. Like this, what I'm putting up here is not necessarily correct. Okay, I am simply giving you an example of what I am expecting out of you. Okay. All right. All right, here we go. This is where slide 5. All right. So, I'm going to come up here and, well, I don't know that I really can go in there, but. All right. So, the first thing it says find 3 common nouns used in the book. List what page number you found them on. Okay? One person, one place, one thing. So, what I have done is I have gone through and I have used all of the novels except for Matilda. I did not pull up Matilda. All right, to show you some examples. Now, you cannot use anything that I have on my board. You cannot use anything that I have on my board. You have to come up with your own stuff, okay? But number 1, it says, I tried to rub my shoulder where Sanders had been squeezing me, but the constable slapped my hand away. Okay?
Attention students, I would like to announce the 2023 homecoming report. For 6th grade, the attendant is Italy Owens.
Alright, so, let me read this sentence one more time, okay? I tried to rub my shoulder where Sanders had been squeezing me, but the constable slapped my hand away. Alright, so the nouns in here are shoulder, constable, and hand. Okay, I found these on page 61 of the book that I was using. Now, I highlighted my nouns and I wrote them out in the box where it says word found. Question. It does. So in the next sentence, okay, you're going to do 3 of these, and in each sentence you're going to write out all of the common nouns in that sentence. Okay, I'm showing y'all exactly what you have to do, okay? All right. The next one, it says, find 3 proper nouns used in the book. List what page number you find them on. One person, one place, one thing. Sanders stopped, and my eye saw the tips of shoes in front of me. Okay, Sanders is going to be your proper noun, and I found it on page 60 of this book. Find 3 possessive nouns used in the book. List what page number you find them on. You must list at least 2 words. Okay, like Wheeless is pencil, and I've given you an example over here. Sure, I said, trying for soda's sake to keep the sarcasm out of my voice. This came from The Outsiders. Okay, my possessive noun is sodas. Now, what did soda own? Okay, or what was he showing possession to? Sake. And this I found on page 17. Now, I copied dialogue out of the book. If you copy dialogue out of the book, I am expecting your quotation marks, your commas, and all to be in the correct place. Okay, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it correctly. The next part, it says, find a sentence in your book that contains an action verb and direct object. Highlight the verb and the direct object. Sentence, I'm feeling apprehensive, he confessed, glad that the appropriate descriptive word had finally come to him. Okay, he was feeling who, or he was feeling what? He was feeling what? Apprehensive. Okay, so your direct object is apprehensive, and the page number is feeling, and I got that on, the page number is page 12, and the verb is feeling. All right? Find a sentence in your book that contains a verb written in the active voice. The door didn't shut all the way. Okay? All right, here I found this one in The Outsiders. Jonas and Lily both nodded sympathetically as well. Okay? Jonas and Lily are the subject. What did they do? They nodded. Okay, so the verb is nodded, and the page number is 9. Find a sentence in your book that contains a verb written in the passive voice. All of the 11s were excited about the event that would be coming soon. Now, we have learned over the last 2 weeks that a passive verb has to have a linking verb and a past participle ending in ed or en. Okay? All of the 11s were excited about the event that would be coming soon. This is passive. Now, I took it a step further and went and wrote it back in the active voice. The event that would be coming so soon excited the elders. Okay, you have to identify your verb, and you have to tell me what page you found this on. On this slide right here, you're doing the same thing that we just did on page or on slide 5. Okay? And then on slide 7, on this slide, you're doing the exact same thing you did on the slide before it. You're just doing a little bit more. Okay, on this slide right here, this is slide 7. All right, definition. Okay, this has to be in complete sentences. Now, if you will look in your data folder, you have a list of academic vocabulary words. Okay, you have a list of academic vocabulary words. Now, the definition here, there are 2 of them, and I want both of them. Okay? The rest of it is the social or cultural situation in which a spoken or written message occurs. All right? Context clues are words or a phrase in a sentence, paragraph, and or, hold on just a second, and or whole text that help reason out the meaning of an unfamiliar word. All right. Now, I took that directly from the English Language Arts academic vocabulary terms. They are in your purple data folder, and they're in alphabetical order. Okay? There are a lot of them. Context clues happens to be number 46. Okay? On that is what you have to do. Okay? So on connotation, you're going to go look at the definition, and then you're going to figure out how you word it to make it a complete sentence. Okay? Are y'all with me? I want the definition to be in a complete sentence. All right? So, just like I did context clues, okay, I figured out how to write it in a context or in a complete sentence. Now, you've got to make sure that all of your stuff fits on the actual slide, okay? So, you may have to shrink some stuff. You might have to size down some font, okay? You might have to change some font. You do whatever you have to do to make sure everything fits. Now, if I wrote a note on your rubric that said something about it's hard to see because of your background or something of that nature, okay, you've got to remember that when you get up there to present, that it's got to be something that we can all see. Okay, in November, you will present this to the class. All right, in November, you will present this to the class. Huh? What? Yes, it is a requirement. All right. Shh, listen, hold up. I'll take questions in just a second. All right, so these slides right here, slides 5, 6, 7, are due on Wednesday, September the 27th. Okay, slides 5, 6, and 7 are due Wednesday, September the 27th. Now, they are due before you walk into the classroom on Wednesday. It's not you walk into the class on Wednesday and you get to work on it. I need to make sure I make that clear. Technically, this is an outside project. Okay? All right, technically, this is an outside project. I am teaching you, though, how to do it and giving you some spare time to work on it in class as we go. But this is not a project that is going to be solely done in class. You are going to have to find somewhere or some place to go outside of school to work on this, okay?
Wait, so we can't do our slides in class, like in this class?
If I give you time to work on it, then yes, you can work on it. But okay, we have other stuff that we're going to do and cover. This is an outside assignment for the most part. Like,
Can we stay in from break and be in work on it?
No. Hold on. All right. These slides, again, are due on Wednesday. All right. Do not wait until the last minute